So shout out to Grummz, by the way. Let me move myself out of the way. Grummz tagged me on X this morning to give you the heads up on the situation. To be fair, I did know about it. I was given the heads up earlier. But for all the people on the other side that always say, oh, they're getting all these threats, these death threats, these threats of people contacting where they work or contacting their family or all these other things that they say, they never actually provide receipts. I have someone unhinged that contacted my wife, tried to get us divorced, break up our relationship. And now we have someone who is threatening to contact somewhere, I don't know what, to try to take away my funding sources, whatever this means. I think what's more important to pull away from this is just the unhingedness mentality that we deal with as a content creator for, get this, ready? Daring to have an opinion. Airbagged army now targeting Smash JT by going after his quote unquote funding source, says Grummz. Ever notice these people resort to immediate attempts to destroy your life or resort to doxing, which Alyssa Mercante did to me, violence, which I've had threatened plenty of times, and slander, because they don't like what you say about video games. They never refute your points. They just try to get you jobless or even assaulted or killed. They are Luigi fans too. Well, to be fair, I'm a Luigi fan as well, but that's the Mario Brothers Luigi. But I think we all know he means the Mangione guy or whatever. This one, Mirror account, one of many of Airbag's fans, almost exclusively stalks Smash JT, which, again, somebody gave me the heads up about this, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. And I checked into them and I scrolled through their account and I was just like, yikes, bro. Like, this person posts about me constantly. And I'm the only person they post about over and over and over again. So we're talking about like when you enable people becoming extremists, it only spirals. And they get so much hate and anger pent up inside of them. And you don't even know that there's even a conversation happening. No, I'm Airbagged at Salmon Sask says, I'm thinking about sending a first email to Smash JT's funding source. Is that a bad idea? Should I not do that? Is that a bridge too far? I can be pretty relentless, and I have the time, because of course you do. I mean, he's trying to take food off the table of others, right? Think about the back-ass logic here, by the way, for a second. This person clearly has a mental issue. Clearly. They're telling the world they do here. They're also saying they have plenty of time on their hands, and they are inventing a narrative in their head where I'm some sort of bad guy that is like destroying people's livelihoods. Bro, I'm a dude on the sidelines saying, yeah, this person's opinion sucks. Here's why I think it sucks. If that gets them fired, I think they got bigger issues than me. That's all I'm saying. Here's a follow-up. Yeah, I'm going to send it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are things and people I don't like too. Look at this person trying to justify the logic here. But this guy is enjoying entirely too much the worst day in some people's lives. Clearly, he's never had a day like this. First off, this person clearly knows nothing about me if they're saying that. I'm going to give it to him. We'll report back. So I'm very curious as to what this No I'm Airbagged account is planning on doing to me to take away my funding source. And this was another account, unrelated, but potentially related, because I don't know. There's a whole lot of people with this Airbagged name. Airbagged going after Asmongold in the most unhinged manner possible. He's on a hate roll the past 2 days. Grummz says, I agree, Airbagged should be banned. All he does is call for people to self-delete and encourage violence against people. He also encourages people to contact people's places of work as well. which I can talk about in a second here. But first off, let's cover this one. And by the way, I've noticed, because people have shared with me a lot of screenshots, I do not follow this person. Apparently, they are addicted to watching me, because anything and everything I do, they screenshot and say things. So I guess, hi, Airbagged, if you're in here, hello. Don't know why you hate me so much. Hope you're able to get help for that. But Asmongold brought up my joke tweets on stream, called me the R slur. What the hell's the R slur? And said I should be banned, which I would agree. You should be banned. In fact, you already were banned on X for calling people to off themselves. I don't give a F that his mom is 6 feet under and his dad hates him for being a living dungeon eater. I firmly believe that this airbag, Kate Bush's husband, pays for engagement, because they always have upwards of 300 to 400 to 500 likes or more, sometimes in the thousands of likes on their posts, and then typically have somewhere between 5 and 10 or 15 comments. I'm like, okay, that's some like botting there. That's not actual engagement. And it's almost like a way to get people to think that your word has more power behind it than it actually does. It is very curious. It is very curious. Jay Viper says, Airbagged, banned on X for wishing death on a pregnant woman, is crashing out over on Bluesky about Grummz. He's threatened to, quote unquote, find him. Will he last on Bluesky? And this is the very sane place that we all love called Bluesky, where Airbag says, Mark, I will find you and make sure you keep my effing name out of your mouth. I don't know about you guys, but that sure as hell sounds like a threat to me for simply reporting on a situation. Sounds like someone might have forgot their meds, if you were to ask me. And this is from a few months ago. I said, for the record, Alyssa is streaming. This is Alyssa Mercante, the person suing me. Alyssa is streaming with the dude that, among many other things, has shared my previous employer's info, where my wife worked, and told everyone where to find my address, doxing me in legal paperwork. Alyssa is well aware of these actions, and to be crystal clear, does not give a shit about others' livelihoods. In fact, you could argue that Alyssa enables this person and retweets quite often, as you can see here, the unhinged things that he says, and never seems to call him out or has a problem with it, because it supports her agenda. And that is very, we'll say, curious for a person suing me for the things that you could argue she is enabling herself. It's curious how that works. Let's go to some more from this airbag person. We got, this is from a few months ago. They said, if you want to send videos of me stalking Alyssa Mercante, you can email, and then I blanked it out, and I blanked it out, and I blanked it out, and I blanked it out. And they said, anti-abortion and harasses a woman. Yes, I am. Am I not allowed to be anti-abortion? I'm a dad of 2 kids. I do not agree with abortion. I don't think that's a great thing. Could there be circumstances where it's understandable? Yeah, sure. But as a rule of thumb, I'm typically against it. But anyways, apparently being anti-abortion justifies him sharing my wife's LinkedIn and encouraging people to reach out to where she works, their leadership team, to email them to try to get her fired. My wife is an oncology nurse. She's a cancer nurse. She works on people that are suffering tremendously. The work that my wife does, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And I am tremendously grateful for the effort that she puts in every single day for it. She works on cancer patients. She does a really good job, and she cares tremendously for them. And the fact that someone is is so mad at me for daring to cover video games that they are now unhinged enough to move on to contacting where my wife works and encouraging people to get to my wife. And again, this is before Alyssa Mercante was sharing that she's streaming with this person and playing games with him. So I don't know about you guys, but I can put two and two together and be like, sure seems like she agrees with this approach. And these are some more DM messages that were shared with me on Discord. Said, I know some people who work at where my wife works, my brother as well. I can make some calls, LOL. Email is available. I'm sending videos. Salute. Got it. I also shot a text too, and then the number where my wife works. Now we wait on this part. At the point right now, guys, where not only does this person need to be like banned from social media, but like not even joking, the FBI needs to get involved with this person and they need to put a stop to this because this is getting insane. Like this is like the step before the crazy shit that it cannot get to. And when I say the FBI needs to get involved, like I genuinely mean that. So when being a content creator, unfortunately, covering the video game industry and giving your opinion on your thoughts and your takes on what you like, what you don't like, who you don't like. Unfortunately, you run into people like this, and it's not just me, and they're not just attacking me and my family and my wife's work and my work and all that stuff. They also contacted where I used to work as well. Like they've done some abhorrent things to me. These are the things that I understand you sign up for when you do this kind of stuff. But even this is a bridge too far, and there needs to be some lines drawn. And I have had it. Like I've had it with this. This has gone way too far, and something needs to be done. I don't know what, I don't know how, but I want to get this on record because this is scary shit, and something is going to happen here if this keeps up. So I'll leave that there, and I hope this person is able to get the help they need, whether it's a padded room or a jail cell. But anyways, that's what I deal with. Yes, that's what I deal with.